You ready?
This lobster is a female. You can see right here.
Where's the over?
This is a male. The females tend to have wider tails because they carry their eggs under their tails. And the males have skinny tails and they just walk around, march out, broad shoulders. And this one's a little bit fuzzy. You can tell that she could be prepared to have eggs. And if she was a lobster that had carried them before, we would have cut a notch in this fin. So whenever I get a lobster that's got eggs, I cut a notch in this fin. And you can never keep this lobster, and that notch will last through a couple molts. So this lobster will be nearly halfway to being an oversized, which we don't keep at all.
Why not?
Because they decided that a lobster that is 5 inches from the eye back, that lobster is worth more to the fisherman than, say, $30 or $40 you might get for that big lobster. Because it would hold probably a quart of eggs, which would be a week's worth of fishing if they all grew up, the female would.
You understand the populations, you're cultivating them, you're making sure they're growing at a healthy rate, and you're not harvesting too much at one time?
Just about all those things, yes. Okay. We caught a lobster that was so big that it wouldn't trap because its claw wouldn't go in here.
Oh, wow.
So a big lobster. And we caught it because it'd been sitting in its hole and not moving for years, and I think the trap landed on his hole. So then he's kind of mad and he tried to wiggle out and his claw got in the bridle.
Oh, no.
And we hauled him up. And he was all crusty.
Yeah, the barnacle.
Yeah, a couple barnacles, a little muscle in his ear, this kind of moss growing out right in his eye, and he just was sitting there. But he hadn't shed in years. He was like to the maximum size. He's like a senior citizen of lobsters. And he was just hanging out. And he wasn't moving much. He liked his hole.
So what'd you do?
He was oversized. We tossed him over. If you were going to hire someone to go out in Penobscot Bay and feed lobsters, the person to hire would be me, because I know where most of the hungry lobsters are. You see?
Yeah.
So you'd give me 2 drums of bait, and I'd go put them in a little teeny feed bag right where the most hungry lobsters are, and I'd go back in 3 days and I'd put some more food there. And you don't have to ask me to go because I like to go because I like to catch them.
Do you eat lobster?
I eat it surprisingly a lot. Yeah, I could throw this in a pot of boiling water for 12 minutes and I'd pick it up by its antenna, and when its antenna fell off, I'd know it was done if I forgot to do the clock. And then I'd put it on a plate and I'd eat it.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love them. They're good. Everyone should eat them.